TV is a drug. Good TV is literally a drug. I went through a period of time, I would say about 2 or 3 years ago, where I did not know what was going on in my life. I was not happy with what was going on in my career, in my relationship. My child was acting crazy in daycare, and I just felt like there was this void in my life and I didn't know how to fill it. So one of the first things I decided to do was to get off social media and stop watching TV. This was around the holiday time. I stayed off of all social media. I stopped watching TV for about 2 months, and during that time, I filled myself up with anything that was positive energy. I was reading more. I was listening to more podcasts and listening to audiobooks and things like that, and I just felt like a totally different person. So since then, like when I started getting back on social media and everything like that, I've never really been a social media type of person. I still get on there every now and again, but my relationship with TV has just never been the same. But I do still like watching TV. 2 of my sisters be recommending TV shows for me to watch all the time, and I just never get into them because
I don't like binge watching TV.
I don't, because I can't stop. I can't stop myself, and that sounds so bad to say because it's almost like I don't have any control over myself, but that's really how it is, and that's how it feels sometimes. And y'all, I'm so mad. Like, I'm so mad because last night I was watching something that I've been binge watching, of course, over the course of the last 2 weeks, and it just didn't work out. So let me go back a little bit. Wu-Tang, oh my gosh, I love that show. One day last year, my boyfriend saw it and was like, oh, you want to watch this? So I was like, okay. And the first episode was fire, and I ended up liking the show. We watched the season, and then we were waiting for season 2, of course. Season 2 came out in October, and it was one of those Hulu shows where it comes out weekly. So we were waiting weekly to watch the TV shows, you know, just like the olden days. By the time the show went off, this is a season that only has 10 episodes in the season. I just was left with this feeling that a lot of us probably get left with, like, come on, man, like, when y'all dropping season 3? Like, I just waited a year on season 2. We watched season 2 and I'm already fiending for season 3. Like, what's up? Of course there's no drop date on that. I mean, come on, like, season 2 just dropped. So I found myself a couple of weeks ago, y'all know I spent Thanksgiving alone, and I just wanted something to watch. So I was looking through Hulu. I kind of like music related shows. After we finished Wu-Tang, I just went into Hulu and was looking for shows that were similar, and I came across this show called Star. So Star is basically about 3 young girls who came up from the mud, from the bottom, in the music industry to try to set a name for themselves and really pop off. It's a lot of drama. But for the most part, I like the storyline and some of the characters, so I went with it. So tell me why I'm in season 3 and there's only a few episodes left. So I'm wondering how the show is about to conclude, because I checked before I started watching it, and the last show aired in May 2019. It's December 2021. I'm thinking, okay, this is a short show, only 3 seasons, cool. So I'm on the 3rd season. This is the second to last episode. And I read the synopsis of the episode, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, there is just too much going on. They introduced a whole new problem 5 episodes before the season's supposed to end. So I'm like, how are they gonna conclude all of this in 2 episodes? So here I go on Google, season 4 of Star. The show got canceled, y'all. The show got canceled. So then they were saying, Lee Daniels, who was the producer, was saying that since the show was canceled, he was going to give all the fans some closure and make a 2-hour-long movie to conclude the show Star. This was a statement made in the summer of 2019. It's almost winter 2021. And when I read that and I looked up and saw that there was still no movie out, baby, when I tell you I was livid, I really felt some type of way. I felt some type of way about the show. I felt some type of way about the producer, about myself, and about my life. Cause I'm like, Gabby, there were some days where I would watch like 4 or 5 episodes in a day. There were some times where I was just like, okay, Gabby, no star today. And I was still end up watching the show. Like, what, bitch? And then there were some days where I would just be like, all right, one more episode. Okay, just one more episode. Okay, one more, that's it. Like, TV is really a drug. Like, it's a good show is really a drug. And when I saw that I spent my life watching this TV show that didn't even have an end, I'm still a little pissed right now. Because I just think about so many different things that I could have been doing. Like, I really haven't been feeling on top of myself lately. Getting up earlier in the morning, journaling, meditating on my word, going for a walk, scripting out things for YouTube. I haven't been doing any of that. My mind has not been right. Listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, no nada. And when I think about all the TV that I've been watching, when I could have been doing some of that stuff, it really made me feel some type of way about myself. Because it's like, Gabby, you dedicated all this time to a show that didn't even have an end. How am I supposed to feel? I feel like a bum. I'm pretty sure at this point, other than a show that I'm watching with my boyfriend every now and again, I will not be watching TV. I cannot believe I really feel like I wasted my life. And the type of TV watcher I am, when I watch a show, I get really invested. It's so bad. I'm working on it. I'm working on detaching myself, but that's how I be. So to know that I got all the way through what I thought was the end, and the show never had an end, and it seems like it's not going to get an end, that's disturbing. And me and my boyfriend don't watch a lot of TV because, like, we don't really be on the same page about the type of shows that we like. I like mystery and suspense, like Riverdale, How to Get Away with Murder, Who Killed Sarah, stuff like that. I also like documentaries, and I just have to be in the mood for a movie. He likes watching sports, Marvel stuff, anime, and comedy. So a lot of times I'm watching the show by myself and he's watching the show on his own, and every now and again we'll find a show that just intertwines and we can watch TV together, and we'll run across a show, you know, that I'll try to watch for him or he'll try to watch for me. My boyfriend is notorious for falling asleep during a daggone movie, so it's probably just gonna be Christmas movies or something at this point, because I'm really feeling some type of way about how that turned out. I have not been doing anything to pour into myself. I've just been letting the TV pour itself into me. I've been addicted to TV and I have nothing to show for it. Just think about that. If you binge watch 4 45-minute episodes, how much time is that you wasted? At least like 3 hours, right? Yeah, at least 3 hours that you could have been doing anything. I would try to be kind of productive while I'm watching TV. I would do laundry and be folding clothes and stuff while watching TV. I would try not to be an absolute bum. I loved the show Power, but I never saw the last season. I never saw season 6, and I have been telling myself when I finish Star, I'm going to finish Power. No, I can't even do that now. Like, I already done messed it up for myself. I'm going through stuff in my life. And for me to spend all that time watching TV and not really doing for myself, not doing for me, that's despicable. I be thinking, and it's easy for anybody to be busy whether you have kids or not. You see this a lot, like you hear in conversation how people just always say that they don't have any time. But I've just wondered, like, what the freak do they be doing? And now that I've spent some time the past 2 weeks living how I've been living, it just makes me wonder, like, is that what people do? Because if you have a long 8 to 10 hour shift at work, you come home and then you do your night routine and then you eat and then you spend time watching TV and being on social media, you're not going to feel like you have any time. You're not. Because the little time that you have, you use it looking at a screen. And when I think back on these past 2 weeks, I feel like I've gotten things done. But I can also say in the past couple of weeks, I haven't been getting every single thing off my checklist. I've been getting a good amount done for me to feel content with how much I've done, but I haven't gotten every single thing checked off. And I usually do, because I don't put too much on my list where it's not attainable. So So I just wonder, is TV the reason, is social media the reason why you feel like your day is so full? Why you don't get anything done? Because now I feel like that could be a reason why a lot of people feel like they're so busy. You spend all day doing what you're supposed to do, handling your business, doing your work, and then you spend the evening watching TV and being on social media, and you just like, oh, whoo, what a day. That's been me, and I can't freak with it. So I'm done with TV for a little bit. It's just crazy. The show got canceled. I never even would have started watching it if I knew that. But I'm kind of glad that it did happen, because it really just snapped me back to reality. Like, yo, Gabby, get your mind right. Get your mind right, period. It's too much. There's so many shows that I want to watch and that people have been trying to get me to watch literally for years at this point, and I just cannot do it because I don't like binge watching. It's an addiction. It's hard for me to make myself stop, and that's just me being real. They always end with them cliffhangers, but that's how they build those shows. They want you to keep watching. They want you to be like that because that's how they make money. But that's not how I make money. When I get to a point where I am ready to start watching TV again, I'm just really gonna have to learn how to cut myself off because it's ridiculous. TV, it can feel very freeing and relaxing to just have to lay there, but it really makes us lazy and not have to think and not have to deal with what we got going on and not really have to do anything. And that's not good if you do it too much. Just do it with me. I'm gonna do it either way, but you should do it with me. We gotta keep it together. But until next time, y'all, that's it. And peace and love. I'm out.